Hi, everyone. Welcome to yet another video on our YouTube channel. I hope that you're enjoying what we're putting out for you. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It makes a big difference to us when you do that. Also, subscribe to our channel. It'll give you a little heads up, letting you know when a new video is coming up on our channel. And we do try to produce one or two a week, every week at this point anyway in our schedule. So hopefully that will provide you with a whole bunch of content. By the way, thank you everyone for your feedback, your comments, and the questions that you've been sending me through like private emails and private messages and social networking message centers and so forth. I really love hearing from you. For those of you who don't know how to get in contact with us in that way, there are a couple ways of doing that. You can either leave a comment below on any video that you watch. I'll be watching those comments. Also, there's a link in the write-up for every one of our videos, and that link will take you to a page that lists the most relevant pages online where you can find us, our website, our Amazon Central page, where you can learn about our books, our blogs, various different social media that we're on and what have you, in a variety of ways that you can connect with us or reach out to us. And of course, we encourage you to do that. I'm really excited about all the comments and feedback that I've gotten from you. Again, you guys are fantastic. You're going to keep me very busy for quite some time answering all your questions, which is great. I'm really appreciating that. Okay, so this particular series that we've been working on is in regards to how entrepreneurs, self-employed individuals, small businesses can make a difference in the community. Now, individuals can do these activities as well. Please feel free to watch the other 2 or 3 videos in this series and see how you might be able to employ it in your unique situation. There's dozens of tips per each of these videos, and I try to keep them very small. So I'm always finding myself talking quickly and trying to cover as much territory as I can in these videos. So, feel free to come back and watch them multiple times to see how you might be able to employ each and every one of these tips in your own life, in your business activities, and in your communications and interactions with others as well. So, okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about from an individual's point of view. So one of the greatest impacts that I have experienced from the family is receiving memoirs, reading memoirs. So Dave's grandmother and Dave's father both wrote memoirs, which shared their memories of their entire life experiences, but also memories that were passed down from other generations that have gone before. Great grandmother's story, or great grandfather's story, or what grandmother's father was like, and these kinds of things. So these bits of information is just so important. It has such an impact on understanding the family members, understanding ourselves, understanding where we came from. It can change our lives. It can change the story that we tell ourselves and about our families. And it can have a profound impact on those from future generations that are going to be curious about us after we're long gone. So writing our family histories down is so important. Like your heritage, if you know your heritage, write that down, your ancestry, stories passed down from older generations, names of people that you know of that are part of your family tree and their children and so forth. Maybe you don't know their stories, maybe you haven't gone on DNA ancestry searching, genealogical sites yet. Maybe that hasn't been your thing, but you do have some information about your family, what their names were, where they lived, where they were brought up, stories that you might have heard or of them or from them, and you can write all of that down. You can also write down like medical history, like what caused recent ancestors' deaths, what they suffered from in their lifetimes, what their blood types were, any of this information can actually be very helpful for future generations in learning what they can do now to prevent certain family traits or certain genetic ailments that are common in that family. It also helps their doctors, their medical staff that they're working with and healthcare providers have a better understanding about the genetics of that individual, or at least, the predisposed, things about that family. Maybe that family has, people who live really long, healthy lives, and that's what you're sharing. I mean, that's fine too. Just sharing your family history in a variety of different ways can have a huge impact on future generations. Something to keep in mind. You don't have to be a professional writer to do this. It doesn't have to be a published book or a published memoir, but make sure that you do have copies of it, like electronically, whether you put it on disk or thumb drive or, some other storage facility that you might be using online. Find a way to share it with the matriarchs of the family groups, so that each family group has a copy of it and they can pass it down to future generations from there. Really important thing to do. Also, if it's, your poetry, your mom's poetry, the stories that they wrote, even if they're fiction stories, these are all wonderful things to have available for your family. Maybe someone in your family was a photographer and they had photo collections that tell their story through that particular art. These are collections that you can make available to your family members and future generations. Again, it doesn't have to be published. You can get it published, but it doesn't have to be published. It can be, in electronic format and made available to them in that way. So we can do this for our family and the people involved that we're involved with as well. Maybe we're involved with working with the elderly. Maybe we volunteer reading at the senior center or just sitting by someone's bedside, or maybe we're involved with end of life services, hospice type services. If we're volunteering in that way, maybe we can help them make a difference for their family and brighten everybody's day by doing this. Also, we can get involved in, again, in local events. So we want to make sure that our local, our connection, if I can get this out, our connection with our local activities and events. So by being very aware of what's going on and what is coming up, we might be able to participate in one way or another, whether we're collaborating, whether we're doing a side project during that same time frame that actually works well with what they're doing. And so we can have this sort of connection, this side branch connection with that event. There's all different kinds of ways that we can look at our business and our services, our activities and our personal lives, and getting involved with these events and activities. Can we attend them? Can we participate in them? Can we donate something? Can we tell others about them? Spread the word? Can we put up a flyer in our business window? There's a variety of ways that we can participate and support others that are trying to make the world a better place in our local region as well. Let's make sure that we participate in that as business owners. Now, when it comes to magazines, invite our staff and our clients and our patrons to, bring and leave magazines and have like a stack of magazines, or maybe like a box of books or a big bookshelf in the waiting room or the staff room or wherever it is that you feel in your business you can do, and allow them to take freely from them and donate freely to them. So all these people can bring, family friendly magazines and drop them off and know that they're going to find more readership and extend the life of that magazine further, because it's reaching more people and it's reducing waste and participating in literacy and literature and, all kinds of, good things come about from doing these types of activities as well. Seems pretty small, pretty simple, doesn't it? These types of activities that we're sharing, but really it can have an important and valuable impact both regionally, globally, and here in our local community, on this block, on this street, on this side of the street, in our home, in our office, we can make a difference. And these are some of the ways that we can do so. I hope that you've enjoyed this series. We hope to come up with a few more for you within this particular series of giving you advice on making a difference with your business. There's lots of ways of doing so. I hope that you have a chance to check out the previous videos in this series as well. Make sure that you give everybody a thumbs up when you're watching videos, because it really does make a difference on reaching a wider audience too. Thank you everyone for spending your time here with me today. And again, reach out to us anytime. Just click on that link there in the comment section, and or in the write-up section for each video. It'll take you to that page where it lists all the places, all the relevant places online where you can find us. And I encourage you to reach out to us, follow up on us, and access all the different services and products that we have available for you as well. Thanks again for dropping into our video channel.